guessing. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The 49ers return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the option. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the 49ers moving quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will keep it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Niners.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So UTEP's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throw away, now setting up 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline, what sort of check.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He lost one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The 49ers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Miners are in the red zone. From the gun to give, looking for room. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
And the Miners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll send out the kicker here from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He's past the 30. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. Red pass, it's complete. And they're able to get him down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to take a shot. Snatches it on the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down coming up. The pull and throw off the RPO. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal line in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. He makes the connection. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Charlotte. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances. But that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Off play action on first down. Steps away. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what?
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Keeps it and gets the first down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. They'll go to the ground. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Miners will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. On the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The 49ers with the 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Offense with jumbo personnel. The give to the tailback. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll give it to him again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. On second down, looking to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's got the back in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And that one sails through the back of the end zone. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Duke's Mayo goal that would have social media buzzing for a variety of reasons. And through 2 quarters of football, that is the case. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Miners want to move quickly. On the run, it's Van Dyke. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. He's looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They're going to test the right side with this one. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle. It's Van Dyke. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Miners send out the punt unit. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. Big 1st down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. It's a draw. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the 49ers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Pulls it, fired complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Miners are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. He's going to pass. He finds his man. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. He'll pull it on the read. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Miners have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UTEP! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Pushes for the goal line. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the two-point try. They're hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure. Oh, there's the ball! Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Now this offense is back on the field. They'll put the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. Keeps the legs moving. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. RPO complete to open the drive. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. The 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to pass it on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Now they'll run the draw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The 49ers will punt it away on 4th down. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He's right on target. They get him down after he makes the catch. And now on second down for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're trying to get to it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And the Miners decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time. And he's running in the open. He's inside the 40. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Knocked off his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Got his man in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Miners come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires deep on the run. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. But this is just the type of field position this offense wants. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. He'll take it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead's extended a little farther. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Van Dyke. And chunk plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Niners.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. On first down, here comes this offense. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays, and these guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.